What's going on, you guys? So the bronze bomber Deontay Wilder, as we know, got a fight coming up October 15th against Robert Helenius. And going into the fight, the bronze bomber looks better than ever, in my opinion. He looks sharp. He looks like he's been really focusing on his technique. And he seems to be in good spirits. So I'm looking forward to seeing a great performance from the bronze bomber Deontay Wilder. But it was something that Deontay Wilder said that really caught my attention, and it kind of stuck, right? And I kind of mentioned it in some live streams or more recent videos, but I got the particular clip here and I want to play it in a second. But it's pretty alarming when a guy like bronze bomber Deontay Wilder comes out and says this, right? So check it out.
People in the business, they always in there. There's so many people that look for their interest instead of the fighter's interest. And that's another thing that hurts us as well. You got too many crooks in the business. And instead of just letting these fighters fight, because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, the fighters are the products. They're the product. They the one who should be deciding and making moves, because they're risking their lives. They're using their body, not anyone else. And the head is not meant to be hit in the first place. So who is anyone to dictate or say, oh, you should do this, oh, just because you got the money you promoting, that makes it right? When your ass can be 105 years old and still making millions, while this broke fighter that enriched his life years and years don't have nothing to show for it, can't even pay the medical bills, can't even pay their rent and stuff. It's so backwards. I can go on and on about that, but it ain't.
Now, who could a bronze bomber be talking about? He can't be talking about Bob Arum. He can't be talking about Eddie Hearn. He can't be talking about Leonard Ellerbe, Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya. Who could he possibly be talking about? Frank Warren? I don't think so, right? So who could he be talking about? Who runs Deontay Wilder's career? Is he talking about his manager, Shelly Finkel? Nah, I doubt that. Who would enable him to get fights? Right? He said fighters in activity and not getting fights, and he mentions things like that, right? So who's the guy that does that? Well, Al Haymon. So is there trouble in paradise at PBC? Where guys like Ruiz and Wilder is constantly coming out saying that they want to fight, but they can't get no fights. Now, if we look at Deontay Wilder, right? If we look at Deontay Wilder, he makes a pretty substantial amount of money per fight now. So it'll kind of be hard for him to fight 3 or 4 times a year unless they had the money. Unless they had the money. And it's been a narrative going around that PBC is broke. They don't got no money for the Spence Crawford fight, but yada, yada, yada. This is what they're saying. And the reason why these heavyweights, these top-level heavyweights, Ruiz, Wilder, who makes over $1 million per fight, probably over $5 million at this point, even for Andy Ruiz, and Deontay Wilder probably make $20 million, at least 10, right? Depending on who it is. They don't have that to constantly pay these guys for them to fight 2 or 3 times a year and then pay everybody else. They really don't got it. I don't see them having that. Unless they was able to put Wilder in there with another fighter that can generate a substantial amount of money. But putting him in there with just any old Joe Blow, I don't think that's necessarily going to happen, considering how much money Deontay Wilder makes per fight. But it's still an issue because the fighters want to fight. He mentioned the promoters get to sit back, be 105 years old, collect checks, and these fighters could barely have health insurance or barely could do anything. And they, so he got a point. But who is he talking about? Is he talking about Al Haymon? We've heard fighters over the years seemingly take subliminal shots at Al Haymon. Subliminal shots. We've seen Adrian Broner. We've seen Adrian Broner do it over the years. Right? I remember Vanez Martirosyan came out and kind of went public, and it really went bad for him by him doing so, right? His career was essentially over after that. But I think guys like Broner, who tends to come out and kind of leak out his frustration in regards to how his management is handling things, They really can't do much to guys like Broner, Deontay Wilder, right? But what they can do is shelf them. What they can do is shelf them. And this is why I'll probably go get a phone call too from this video. I'm gonna get the fucking phone call, but this is why Al Haymon needs to come out and kind of set the record straight, because there's all kinds of narratives about this guy that could possibly be false. That's why somebody needs to come out and speak for him on behalf of him, or he needs to come out and do an exclusive and set that record straight. Who is Al Haymon and what is his agenda, and how does he go about things? Because this all I'm seeing on YouTube is pretty much PBC Al Haymon. Everybody's looking at Al Haymon now. Al Haymon's been in the news more than some fighters this week. But who was Wilder talking about? Who could Deontay Wilder possibly be talking about, you guys? Who could he possibly be talking about? Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.